Kent Peter Money Talk here with another video. And today we're going to talk something. That is, does $1 million make you rich? When I was a kid, I don't remember how old I was. Maybe like late 1 digits or early 2 digits, which you could call early teens. I don't know, will you call a 10-year-old or early teens? But anyway, I always told myself I was going to save my money until I had $1 million. It sounds so easy as a kid. But is $1 million really rich? Because I always used to picture $1 million. Once you hit $1 million, you're officially rich. I mean, it's a lot, but I wouldn't call it rich. Maybe back like in the 80s, 70s, yes, it would have been rich back then, especially if you go back into like the 1950s. $1 million, it would have been basically rich back then. But nowadays, not so much. You can't really buy a mansion with that much. I mean, there was a time you could buy a mansion with $1 million, but nowadays, not so much. Also, you can get a big house with $1 million, but I won't really call it a mansion. Obviously, my idea of a mansion and your idea of a mansion may be totally different. But can you okay, so $1 million may not be rich, but can you retire? I'm just laying this phone. Can you retire on $1 million? I mean, it's possible. I say if you're older, it's easier to retire. Like, keep falling. Also, if you're like 60. If you're over 60, especially if you're over 70, I think $1 million would be enough for you to retire off of. But obviously, if you're like under 40, especially if you're like in your 20s, I mean, $1 million really isn't a lot to retire off of. I say you can't retire off it. Just put it this way. Just divide a million. Let's say you want to spend like $50,000 every single year. I don't have a calculator. So that'll be enough for like 20 years. Yeah, so yeah, it would be enough for 20 years. If you're gonna like spend like $50,000 a year. I'm just looking for a calculator. Oh, I can use this. So $50,000, I mean, that's enough little comfort for like 20 years. That's why I say it's better if you're older, like 60. Because the human lifespan is like around 80. So you're like 60. I mean, I should be able to hold y'all for like a couple decades. But obviously nowadays, people living like not 90 years, 100 years. Obviously, it's rare for people to live to like 100. Just living past 90 is kind of rare. I mean, it happens. My grandmother's currently like, what, 93? So, being 90, it is possible. Now, I'm trying to do something else now. Let's say we want to make it like 40,000 a year. So we're going to divide that, 1 million by 40. So you're only going to spend 40,000 a year. Will this work? So I got 1 million divided by 40. How many years is that? No, 40,000, yes. Oh, I did something wrong. So $1 million divided by 40,000, 25 years. I mean, That's pretty good. If you're older, like I said, you just spend like $40,000 every year for 25 years. 40,000, I say that's enough for like a regular income. Especially if all your like either home is paid off. I mean, this could work for like 25 years. Obviously 25 years from now. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work for somebody like me, obviously. Plus $40,000 now might be worth. It'll be worth a lot less in 25 years. So that's also something to consider. Same thing with $50,000. $50,000 a day is not going to be the same as $50,000 in 2049. So it is possible to retire off $1 million. I'm saying if you just get $1 million and decide you're not going to work no more, I mean, it's possible. But I say it's better if you're like over 60, like I said. And even that's kind of pushing it, because if you're like 60, you could end up living another 30 years. Because a human lifespan, I don't know. Alexa, what's the human lifespan in America?
This might answer your question. The average life expectancy in the United States is 79 years.
79 years it says. Okay. I thought it was more for some reason. But what to say 80? So 80 is obviously the life expectancy. But you can't buy a mansion, and you basically can't retire unless you're older. Obviously, if you add another zero to that, yes, I could retire off of that easily. So can you viewers. I mean, $1 million, if you were somehow able to make $1 million, I mean, that is a big accomplishment right there. But in the year 2024, I would not consider you rich. If you have $1 million, even though you're a millionaire, I still wouldn't really consider you rich at that much. Obviously, it's a lot of money, and you could do a lot with that. So I just want to go over this in the video. Does $1 million make you rich? I mean, do you think $1 million make you rich? May I have to do a follow-up video on how much money would you need to be considered rich? May I have to do that one. But today I just wanted to do, does $1 million make you rich? My opinion, it doesn't, unfortunately. Obviously 10 years ago I would have said something differently, but today, I don't think so. So that's basically it. So you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel. How many of y'all are millionaires? I mean, let me know. I don't know if I even have millionaires that watch my video. But with that being said, have a good day. Bye for now.